Don't move at all.
Hey, David, go over there and tell Grandfather to make it a little warmer in here. I didn't know if
Almost out of bounds. He goes.
Let's go.
He scores. It comes back out. He goes. You see him? He's the best person in the world. Shellcats win. Score. He goes. He's ready. Take a look at that pup. It's steaming hot. It's burning up. It's the best pup in the world. Ed. Oh. Here comes Martin Luther King, the best person in the world. Yeah! Gold! Everything's perfect. And the view of Malachi. And everything in the world's perfect.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Ooh!
Thank you, David, for the close-up shot. He goes. He runs. He gets it. Score.
We're gonna come up with the puck.
Oh, they hit it. Nothing happened. Oh, they hit it hard.
the glass hole, you can have it. Can you put your own plate or do I need it?
Pack up the camera, guys.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
There's a shoot!
Where did David go? David! What's wrong? Look inside it. I can see it. Did you touch this thing up here? What thing?
You touched something.
You weren't supposed to move that button. You hit that button. You're supposed to be far away. Okay? I'm sorry. Just keep it like that and just focus on the goal. Alright? Okay. I'll make sure it's still recording. Yeah, it is. Now just look in the thing. Alright? Just look at it. Sorry for the interruption, folks. Nothing happened. Score! It's 3-2. Scored. 42. Uh-oh. The other team, the Kings won. They had a score.
Laura, we got David.
David's still going.
Howdy Ties and Mario. And Mario's, let's see.
This thing is brand smacking those. Why'd you lower it? So I can see.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
I can see better. Oh gosh! Oh gosh! Okay,
The game is over.
it's half-minute break. And the game is going to beat it. Only what you want is beat it. Up, down,
Be quiet. Hey, grandmother.
What is that?
Score!
It's stuff that was under the table. You're in the way, grandmother.
And they go. And they focus. And they score! Okay, go from the outside. And the inside. Do it in slow motion.
Yeah, we went to eat and to buy that software to the office.
Touchdown! It's the game! Carrot! The computer! Wrong! No! The other team! Oh! I'm the best! Oh! The other team has 5! And they have 4! Trying to get a score! But he blocks! Then the other team gets 6!
And 6 to 4, the Breakers.
And they get 5 again! Now they get 5.
I'll tell you, Anthony stayed up to midnight playing on the computer last night.
Oh, we were, did Tony tell you we were at the counter? We were at the counter with a CD-ROM for your computer.
The Channel Cats
They
won.
had on there $197 when they figured it out. It was $270.
Cut.
$270.
Great.
Was
Hey, you know they've got the encyclopedia, the CD-ROM, and gosh.
Oh gosh! The other team got it! No! The Channel Cats got it back! The other team's going. The other team scores. Let's see that and replay in slow motion.
That's a way too expensive to play. What are you doing with it?
Video camera, and David.
Now wait, you're overwriting what was in there, right?
No, we shouldn't be. We started it at the end where it was.
You don't miss a chance, do you? You think I was finding the book? I'm trying to find it and free my dad's career.
You do that, that's not something to diddle around with. It's a way too expensive.
You said we could record.
I was asleep. I didn't say nothing.
Mom walked in here and said, Grandmother, can we record each other? And you said, oh, I don't care. Or something like that. I didn't say I don't care. But
They scored.
Where's my camera bag?
so the final point, the Channel Cats is on down. There it is. The Channel Cats win! Turn it off, Ashley. Alright. Alright now.
No. Bow.
Now we're gonna watch it.
Feeling bad about it, stuff that things you really want to do. And then, but I was doing the news one day, and a guy dashed out of live newscast. Back in the olden days, not mine, we did live newscast, no delay. And guy dashed out the control room over to my news desk, handed me a slip of paper. I looked right into that camera frame, and I said, "This news bulletin just handed me. There is something green on your teeth."
Did you flick it off?
We wish we could take words and stuff them back in our mouth. But have you ever tried to stuff toothpaste back in a toothpaste tube? That's about how it is to do that. So the U stands for unglue. Unglue ourselves from the ways we've done it in the past. To be in research and development, you can't do the same way you did before. You have to have a new and different way to do things. So unglue yourself from the way you've always done it. Now, the last one I'll show you in just a moment. But in order for us to see if they can do new and different things, we have this team over here now. Who's they? The guy from New Orleans. This guy over here, he's the press, El Presidente. So we'll say he's in charge. And who is it? You were the one that was so kind there. You're in charge.
Delegate, Dave, delegate.
What could have been? What you're going to do is you are now into the 21st century. And I don't know, it may be a maglev train that you're going to put tires on. It could be whatever you want. But you are going to, with your committee, I want you to design a new tires, a new vehicle for tires. Anything you can think of that you'd like to design, you might want to have those passed around. You can make one vehicle, you can make many vehicles, you can make whatever you want to.
Something of the future.
Something of the future. Let's look Star Wars in the face and see what we want to have made. Oh, Brenda, give them some ideas. You have to.
Hey, Dave, take notes on this for tech.
Okay? All right, so get your team together and design something that's futuristic. Anything you kind of vehicle you want to do.
You'll create it.
Can we do
I think what you do is just little buttons that roll when you set down.
You know those things on Star Trek that look weird like that? When they land or something, we're going to have to do one.
We each do one?
No, I think we're going to do one. Yeah, let's can we just do one and I'll put our brains together?
Alright, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
You said space.
Yeah, I think space is good.
So what do we make something look like in space?
Just think, before there was time, they were doing, they actually came up with something grand. What do you think they'll use in the future? What will be different in the future than a square tire?
It'll flip around.
We can end up making it round.
One more round, orange one?
Now we're making the vehicle that this will
Make the
go
vehicle
on.
first. Alright?
I'm not sure we want to make it.
That's right. Why?
No, we're not.
We're going to be in that business by then.
Be creative.
Flick that off. You're still doing the stars.
Don't be creative. I mean, be
I'm
creative.
gluing. I'm gluing.
Don't be negative now. Okay?
When everybody goes to the, what is it, the space station in Mars, they'll have to take some vehicle with them, and just like it's the vehicles they take with them.
Yeah, you got a spaceship that comes flying into this place and lands. Now, once it lands, how are you going to move it?
Are you going to move
From the
it?
landing place over to the base.
Please remember that you are also made of physics that is a magnet inside. So let's use a superconductivity type. So it flows.
How can you do that? How can you do that with these? Can you show him how to do that with this?
What are we trying to do? We're using electric magnet.
Yes, magnetic. So we just make a kind of circle so that create a magnet so that it floats. But also we need a tire for
Hey, but can when we tell them, so we can impress them, can we tell them that this is going to be with the vehicles that people will drive when they actually go into space?
Ah, so it's something about space. So okay, let's consider that.
Can they do that on
You're drawing electromagnetic anti-gravitation.
Right at the moment, I'm
No,
still
that's right.
building
Can
the
you do that in space?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, can we do that?
Different anti-gravity stuff.
No, we got gravity stuff, right?
Oh,
It's gonna be.
Sure, it's not a dog sled.
Think of a neat name for it, anti-gravitational something or other. What could be a name? You guys think of something now. You did good, Steve. Uh-oh, Steve did good. Come on, David.
It's already been invented.
We've already studied it.
90 more seconds.
Okay, are you going to talk? Are you going to talk, David?
yes.
You going to explain it? Okay, explain it.
That's right.
You
That's
take
Except they do this,
Ionizer.
yeah. And also no accident because of they hit each other with distance. No accident.
No accidents because of what?
I mean, it's a plus and minus, so let's say it's a magnetic type, so done.
Did you hear that? Because it will not allow itself to come together because of the negative and positive. Can you get that, David? Speech?
Sure.
Okay.
It looks like you got angel in the back.
That's exactly what it is.
This is for our space travel. We all go to space. What is that thing they're going to launch into space? Is that on Mars? Is that what we're supposed to be going to the space station? Skylab. Is that the one? No, I mean the one that they're doing right now. Is that for Mars? Is that where we're going?
No, Skylab's for around the U.S. For around the Earth.
No, it's not Skylab. It's the one that they're just like over at the Space Center. They actually take you and show you where they're going to go stay up there.
Good. It's not. Now you gotta find a way to attach these.
But I'm too close to show it. There he is.
Is that tofu hot dog instead of beef wiener?
It's a non-cholesterol burger.
They're the group over here. Let's start with this group over here. Tom, who is your chief engineering spokesperson? All right, come on. You must come around and show everyone. Tell us all about it.
What we've got here is a futuristic pyramid with, of course, Dunlop tires on it, and there's a little halo on there.
Which font is that? Which font do you have that being?
Well, that's tradition. It's just a tradition. It's got a halo on it because it's right on some Dunlop tires. The pyramid is supposed to be futuristic. That's pretty much it. It's a pyramid-powered car.
It's a quest for a car.
Yes, it's a pyramid-powered car. With Dunlop tires. Very futuristic.
Yeah. Take it, roll and put it on somebody else's back. Oh, need it for a centerpiece on it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're not today.
You don't have to explain that.
Alright, so you can't have just one square.
Get it right, Dave.
There's got to be a snow tire.
30 seconds.
Thank you.
Somebody whistle and get
It shows us that the future is already here. Tires that we thought were round are not necessarily round. So, the new design theory is to make them almost round, design them almost round, and then they will turn out round and uniform.
Nobody knows the difference.
This is the future. It is here now. This is the next step in design of Dunlop tire.
Where's the little Michelin baby that sits in the middle?
He's got it in his
Is that
hand.
segmentally molded? Is that what it is?
Tire won't even need a mold.
Okay. Don't say that.
Hey, Bill.
Oh no, you guys gotta hold that up. Don't drop it.
Personal transportation.
You got the Michelin baby. Yeah, you got the Michelin baby.
This is our ecologically sound, people-powered personal transporter. The large ring gear drives this private assembly, so it goes over all kinds of terrain. And no emissions.
For your weight, right? Yeah. Okay, take the monkey to the next wherever. It didn't break. It didn't break.
No, it
Did you get wet?
Yeah, it's okay. Felt good.
All right.
Give me the
I know
other
this looks like a weird contraption, but with all the physicists
Get
we
over
have
where they
here,
can watch you too.
it looks like a coat hanger, but if you notice this little ringer down here has to be the anti-gravitational ionization factor that occurs when all of our unbelievable I can't even think of it.
That's for space travel.
Yes, it's for space travel.
Galaxies.
Compounding engineers,
That'd be around town.
their weird allocations, they end up finding out that rubber actually has an ionization effect which interferes with the gravitational pull and therefore contributes to the power supply for this craft. Now, the other folks in their quest for a tire that is extremely durable and round, as y'all say, they came out with a fabric combined with rubber that ended up being absolutely solid, impervious to anything. So it was absolutely perfect for space travel. So you have a craft that is built out of tires, in effect, and is powered by rubber.
Yeah, very good.
James, and I saw our tires.
You gotta do something with them.
We gotta keep lowering the prices.
Hey, that's it.
I understand that.
Y'all, my name's Deanna, and on behalf of the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, I would just love to welcome y'all to this presentation many of y'all have heard a little bit about the space station? Cool, great. Well, the space station is going to be the first large, hospitable, truly multinational, permanent human outpost in space. Now that's quite a mouthful, but what that really means is humankind going out to stay in space and the end of the little short shuttle flights. Now, does anybody have an idea why we might want to go out and stay in space? Yes, sir. Cool. Okay, that's an idea. Does anybody else have any idea? Well, yes, sir. Any other lives? And that's great answers. All these are true. The space station hopefully is going to expand our knowledge base and improve our everyday life. I don't know about you, mommy and daddies, but anything that's going to improve my life, I'm pretty much all for it. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to need some volunteers. Now, before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about what you see here. Y'all, this is a real mock-up of a single U.S. space station with another one attached above it at a right angle. They will all be the exact same size and interchangeable. They will be 28 feet long and 14 feet in diameter. Have any of y'all ever played with Legos or Tinker Toys? Cool. Well, when the space station is fully assembled and all the way built, the space station is going to be like a $1 zillion Tinker Toy in the sky because the modules can sit or dock on top of each other, on the sides, on the back, and on the bottom. And we can build them as large as we want to or as tall as we want to, or we can take them apart. Now then, for the sake of this presentation, as you can see, we've opened the module up and combined elements of both habitation module and laboratory module into one so that y'all get an idea of how the astronauts live and work in space. Now, names for the module, their markings and names for the modules have different names. Besides the USA, naturally, we have ESA for the European Space Agency, and NASA represents the Japanese Space Agency. There will be 6 astronauts or cosmonauts on the space station at any given time, and they will be transported up and down via the orbiter about every 90 days. Now, the large flat blue wings are your solar panels that are going to attract the sun and provide power for the station. Canada will supply the robotic arm. Now, when fully assembled, the space station will be larger than a whole football field, and other than the moon and Venus will be the third brightest object in the night sky. Now, the participating nations other than Brazil are United States, Russia, Japan, Canada, and the following members of the European Space Agency, including Sweden and Switzerland. Now, even though there are 16 different nations involved, the official language on the space station is going to be English because English is the accepted language of air travel worldwide. Now, ground control is going to be out of Houston, Texas, and the scientific operations will be right here at the Marshall Space Flight Center. Now, all these nations working together for a better future for our planet represents the largest peacetime scientific program ever in history. Now, naturally, this is a good reason for the space station, but it's not the only reason. Life on Earth is very different than life in space because of temperature, pressure, and microgravity. And what we're going to learn a little bit about today is microgravity. Now, the space station is going to be located about 250 miles above the Earth. So that's still close enough to feel the effects of the Earth's gravitational pull. See the little lady's ponytail, how it's sticking straight up? That's microgravity. And microgravity allows things to float. So because of that, we can do many, many more things in space than we could ever do on Earth. We can find cures for diseases, we can make new materials, and we can study human processes in ways that we've only dreamed about before. And all of this is really cool, pretty exciting. And it all began at the end of 1998 when the very first 2 pieces of the space station were launched into orbit. Now, see how the astronauts are exercising? They have to exercise a minimum of 2 hours per day so that they can walk when they re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. Now, hopefully, Lord willing, if everything goes as planned, the space station will be fully assembled in the year 2006, and almost all of the U.S. hardware will be coming from right here in Huntsville at the Marshall Space Flight Center. That's pretty cool, huh? Now then, for some fun, I need you two on the end, and I need you right there, and how about you? Now then, hey sweetie, what's your name? Lawrence. This is Lauren, everybody. Say hey, Lauren. Hey, Lauren. Now, I love that hat. You need to get out of your shell. Now then, sweetie, what's your name? This is Scott, everybody. Say hey, Scott. Hey, Scott. Hey, Scott. And what's your name, handsome? This is Tommy, everybody. Say hey, Tommy. Hey, Tommy. And what's your name, handsome? Caleb. This is Caleb, everybody. Hey, Caleb. So, y'all say, are y'all about ready to be launched into space? Yes, ma'am. Oh, how sweet. Well, they might be floating. That's what you're volunteering for. Okay, now y'all follow me. Here we go. Okay. Now then, this is the space station. Now, do y'all like to play games? Yes, I like to play games too. We're going to play a little game. And when I use the word float, y'all are going to get to float. Now, do you know how to float? No. This is the part I love. I get to give y'all some wonderful examples. You can float like this. 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 Just any way you want to float. So, it'll be fun. Okay, so, what's your first name? Lauren. Can you float for me, dear? Oh, like a little princess. How sweet. La-di-da, float over here and have a little seat. Okay, Scott. Scott, can you float for me, dear? This is a new one. I like this. I like that. And Tommy, can you float for me? That's very good, very good. And Caleb, can you float for me, sweetie? Sure, great attitude. Okay, very good. Y'all are good floaters. Let's get down and little applause. Okay, now y'all, this is the space station. Now to me, doesn't this look kind of small up here? It does, doesn't it? To think about 6 big old grown-ups being in this small of an area. But what you got to remember, in space, there are no floors or ceiling, y'all, there's only walls. So these 6 units that you see behind me are called racks. And there'll be 6 racks back here, 6 racks down here, 6 racks up here, and 6 racks out here. All told, there's about 24 different racks, and each habitation and laboratory module. So, Caleb, we float over here, dear. Bless your arm. Okay, I want you to take hold of this handle. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pull the rack out so the audience can see how big the racks are. Are you ready? Here we go. Wow, you are strong. Now then, these racks weigh about 1,800 pounds. Can any of y'all lift that much? I knew there'd be 1 or 2 in the audience that could. Well, in space, what's so cool is not only Caleb floating, but the rack is floating. So when the orbiter needs to bring up new experiments or equipment, instead of replacing this whole big old wall, they can just replace 1 rack or just a piece of a rack. Now that's a pretty good idea, isn't it? Can you help me put it back? Whoa, very good. Thank you very much. Now then, Miss Lauren, float over here, dear. How would you just love to show everybody how the astronauts sleep in space? Okay, float over here. Float over.
Oh, you're going to get zipped up like a mom.
No, she's not going to get zipped up like a mom. Okay, now then, here we go. And stick your little hands out right here. Oh, bless her heart. Doesn't she look cute? This is the astronaut's bedroom, or the crew quarters. Now, in space, the problem with sleeping in space is you've got to keep Lauren in one spot because you don't want her waking up in the bathroom and you don't want her bumping into experiments. So we keep her in a little sleeping bag that is tethered to the back of the wall. Now, sweetie, do you use a pillow when you sleep? Yes, okay. That's the trip bag. Now, this is how we strap our astronaut in. Does she look comfortable? Yes. Yes? Okay. Now, the computer setup is so that the astronaut can be in constant communication with the other astronauts and with ground control. Air is circulated via the vent or the fan to keep carbon dioxide from forming around the astronaut's face. And there will be another astronaut sleeping up here, one down here, and one out here. So are you having big fun? You ready to float on out? I thought you might be. Let's give her a big round of applause. Very good. Now then, start. Float over here. I love it. Okay, sweetie. You're a Martian? Okay, that's cool. All right, now then, I want you to tell me what is one of the very first things you do or you need to do when you wake up in the morning? Get out of bed. That's good. Okay, now let's pretend that you have had a really, really big breakfast and you have drank a whole bunch of juice and a lot of milk. Now what do you need to do? I know it's coming. What do you mean? Go to the bathrooms. Scott, have a seat. There you go. Now then, y'all, this is the toilet. Now, are you okay? Okay. The astronauts have another name for the toilet. They call the toilet the target. And the reason they call it the target is, do y'all have any ideas? You've got to aim for it, because if Scott misses the target, that could be kind of gross and icky. Now then, Scott, I have one more favor I need you to do for me. No, I want to ask you to go to the bathroom. I'll leave that for later. There's a little hose that I need you to bring up in between your legs. Okay. Do you have any earthly idea what? Yes, you do. Do you want to let me in on it? No, she don't. Okay. This is what the manual calls a urine collection device. It's not for breathing. We don't breathe into it. Now then, do you want to know what the astronaut's nickname for it is? They call it Mr. Thirsty. Now what the astronauts do is they push a button on the back of the wall that starts a small vacuum that pulls the liquid waste from the body into a tank to be stored. The solid waste is stored by the same target system but in a different container. Now Scott, sweetie, you look so natural up there.
Okay, I got one more question.
Okay. The way they keep from floating off right here are your thigh restraints that goes over your thighs, and these are your foot restraints. And that's a very good question. And those two restraints are just enough to keep our astronaut right on target. Now then, sweetie, would you like a book to read or a Game Boy, or you about ready to float on off? Yeah, but you're not sure I thought so. Will you float on off now? Very good, thank you, very good. Oh, you did a great job. You did a great job. Very good. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we have a little...
Tommy didn't do his work.
Yeah, I'm not done. Y'all are not escaping yet. We have a little glitch in our computer system. We can send men to the moon, but we can't keep the computer working. Now then, I need Tommy and to float over here.